Hey, good morning. It's Sunday here in Cypress, Texas. So I've been thinking about the progression of the information put out by Jason Cisneros in oh the his podcast. So he's changed the name of it a bunch of times. The the Build to Exit. All right, that's his book. But he's realized that the course that he developed, the business incubator course that I've done like 4 times, is really a outline, a business outline. That's what it is, right? And if you set your business up following this outline, you will have a successful business. And then this Build to Exit. Okay, so this is um takes you to the end game. Most people don't do that. Most people are looking at making money, okay? And they're looking at what can I do to make money so I can sustain myself, okay? Being independent without having to have a boss, so I can do what I need to do, right? I can get involved with my church or charity or those things that are important to me, and I don't have a boss um, restricting me, okay? Which is awesome, right? But ideally, so a real business earns money for you whether you go to work, go to the office or not. Okay. When you set it up correctly, and that's what Jason teaches you how to do. Okay. And part of that, that ability to do that, so you have multiple streams of income. So you get you have your business, your primary business that makes you the money. You may have interest in other businesses that also bring you an income stream. Then you have your investments that can bring you an income stream. Okay. And so when you have enough income coming in without your efforts, that's the goal, right? That's the goal. And then you get to apply your energy, your focus on that which you want to do, that thing that either you're really good at and you enjoy doing, or that you see a need that nobody else is filling, and you can take it upon yourself to be that person to fill that void. And you know almost nobody is doing that. Everybody else is, they're putting their efforts towards somebody else's dream and their focus, right? And so yours never gets satisfied. Okay, what you want to do, and that thing you think needs to be done never gets done because nobody else is doing it. All right. So Jason has that's what he does. He helps people do it. He helps people get there. Okay. And I'm I can't, right? I'm not at the point where I can do that, right? So what I'm doing is helping him do it. All right, and that's why I promote the Build to Exit strategy, the solution, the system. Saturday mornings, 8 o'clock Central Time, right? And you got to listen. You should take notes. I listened to that 4 times live, and then I did it again right away. The real time. The then I sped it up 2 times, and I listened 2 more times before I got here to Houston. Right. And so basically, the first one was how to pick the right consultant. Right. The second one was, you know, the special flower. People that thought that that what they're doing is so unique that you can't help them, right? And it's just an excuse so they don't do that because they don't want to do what you're telling them. They don't believe that what you're telling them is going to work, so they don't want to put their effort to that doing that instead of just doing what's proven, right? And then this last one, all right, was basically this is what came to me. Is basically the winning formula, the winning ingredient, the winning ingredient. Okay, so I lost 10 of my first 12 fights boxing. I just got tired of it, right? And in sparring, I realized that I had to push myself beyond the point of normalcy. So man, when I was swinging, I was swinging so hard. The first as soon as I got in the ring, man, that's what I did. I swung so hard that when I missed, you felt it, right? If I hit you in the head, I was trying to break your neck. If I was hitting you in the body, I was trying to break your back, right? I wanted you to want to be anywhere else in the world but in the ring with me. And what that did is it got people flinching, right? So they'd see me. So it caused my fakes to work, my feints to work, so I could set you up, right, and get a real clear shot at you, right? That's why I did it, right? But it created a habit, and then I started winning fights. Oh, then I learned this: you fight when you want to fight, not when the other guy wants to fight. When the other guy wants to fight, you want to be there, and that's a good lesson for dealing with conflict in life. All right, and oh yeah, I had to think about some of the things I said. You know, the big thing. Most people on this podcast had a want to do something with human trafficking, and that's what Jason does. He goes after human traffickers and rescues the women and children that are being trafficked, right? And I think that's an awesome cause. My concern is that you know I would find somebody doing that kind of stuff and I would end them. But I remember that movie. What was the name of it? The Sound of Freedom. And the guy started talking to and actually empathizing with the the John, and through him connected with his whole network of these pedophiles and took them all out, right? And I'm like, wow, that took some serious mental exercise, right? Which he was strong enough to be able to do that, to get to that whole network, right? And that's how you got the end game, right? It's like baiting somebody into a counterpunch. That's exactly what that is, right? Okay, so that has a lot of mental have to have a lot of mental discipline, which I need to have in my business. Okay, and it's like most of the things that I talk to people about, they have no clue about. Nobody's talking about them, there's a lot of propaganda out there quashing the things that I do, the benefit of what I do. All right, a lot of things. When you look at that buy term, invest a different strategy, comparing it to the cash value life insurance, right? When you take into account the taxation on that money, or the tax advantage of holding that money in a cash value life insurance policy, you can't touch the infinite banking strategy with the cash value life insurance. Can't touch it, right? But boy, oh boy, once you start talking about something, Roy Jones Sr. used to say, whenever you make somebody see something about themselves they don't like, you better stand by. When somebody's committed to that strategy, it's really, really hard to get them to receive the facts. Okay, and you just got to know, that you're barking up the wrong tree when you hit there, you know. And there's a bunch of other aspects of people in the business. A lot of people in the industry, they're just order takers. They don't understand strategy, right? So talking to them about what I do, putting together a comprehensive strategy for somebody, they can't even understand because they never did it. I talked to this guy. He's securities licensed, and all he does is variable annuities. That's all he does. He knows nothing about anything else. He doesn't know anything about infinite banking strategies. He doesn't know anything about index strategies. He knows nothing about anything else except variable annuities. And he makes a good living doing it. That's what he does, right? Um, there's some good products out there in that area, right? But it's most of the time that's going to be a tax later category. The tax advantages he has no comprehension of. Here's my point. There's so many people that are lacking understanding, and the only finding that person who really wants to know, who really wants to be successful, is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Okay, and you got to have a system to dig up that needle, right? And that's what I'm working on. And I'm Jason Cisneros. His build to exit system is how I'm going to find those people. All right. Have a great Sunday.